Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about the segmentation concept from the memory management in the operating system. So in the previous videos we have learned about the paging concept. Okay, so what is the main difference between the paging and segmentation means? So in the paging the user's view of memory and actual physical memory are different. Users do not view the memory as a linear array of bytes, but users view the memory as a set of subroutines, procedures, etc. So in the paging, the process is treated just as a sequence of bytes. So it is not done in the case of the segmentation. So segmentation is a memory management scheme that supports the user's view of memory. Okay, so what is user's view of memory here? Okay, so here the user view of memory means suppose a user is writing a program. So a program contains the main program and stack, arrays, objects, variables, subroutines, procedures, functions, system calls, right? So users will be viewing that program as a this some set of modules, right? So he is going to divide the program into set of modules based on the um, um, this type of logical units, right? Okay, so any program is a collection of segments here. So a segment is a logical unit, so which consists of the main program, procedure, function, method, object, local variables, global variables, common block, stack, symbol table, arrays, etc. Okay, so he's going to consider the main program as a module. Okay, so he's going to consider the main program as a module, procedure as a module, function as a module, and method as a separate module. So like that, so each and everything he's going to assume it as a module in the case of the user's view. Okay, so that's why in the segmentation a particular program is divided into modules or segments, so based on the user's view, and each segment is allotted the some different length. Okay, so here the module main program will be having some length and the procedure will be having some length. Okay, so each and every module will be occupying different lengths. Okay, so that's why main memory is divided into number of segments here. Okay, so this concept is somewhat similar to paging, but in the paging we are dividing the process into uh, pages and main memory into frames, and here and the page size and frame size is equal in the case of paging. So similarly here, so we are going to divide a process here, so a process or program into here we are going to divide it into multiple number of segments. Okay, multiple number of segments, and we are going to divide the main memory into multiple multiple parts, so based on the length of the segmented modules here. Okay, so in the case of the paging there is the process, I mean the page size and frame size are equal, but here so we are going to map the particular module into the main memory such that it is having the same length. Okay, so this is the user's view of memory. So in the logical address generated by the CPU, so it is considering the program as a main program as a module, symbol table as a module, stack as a module, and the subroutine as a module, and square root as a module here. So it is considering each and uh, everything, I mean each and every segment in the program as a module. Okay, so this is the logical address of the CPU generated. So this is a logical view of the segmentation. So here we have seen the user's view of program, and here the logical view of the segmentation. So the user space is having a program with a which is divided into multiple number of segments here. Okay, and the segments are mapped to the physical memory. Okay, so here the 1 is having a different length and 2 is having the different length, 3, 4, and each and every segment is having the different length. Okay, so here we are following the memory management scheme called dynamic allocation. Okay, so in the case of the paging, we have already divided the physical memory into fixed number of frames here, right? Such that the page size and frame size are equal. But in the case of the segmentation, we are using the dynamic allocation technique. So here the physical memory is divided into multiple uh, parts such that the segments of the program can be fitted to the physical memory. Okay, so next is segmentation architecture. So the logical address consists of two tuples, that is segment number and offset. Okay, so each segment will be having a name and length. So the logical address consists of two things, that is segment number and offset. So the logical address specifies both the segment number and offset within the segment. Okay, so next one is a segment table. Segment number and offset. So segment number will act as the index to the physical memory. Okay, so each segment can be placed anywhere in the physical memory, and the information about where each segment is placed in the physical memory is stored in a table called segment segment table. Okay, so each and a segment can be placed anywhere in the physical memory here, and the information about the segment stored is saved in the segment table, similar to the page table in the paging. So it has a two-dimensional physical address such as base and limit. Okay, so base contains the starting address and limit specifies the length of the entire segment. So the next one is a segment table base register. So segment table base register points to the segment table's location in the memory. And the next one is the segment table length register. So it indicates the number of segments used by a program. So here the segment number S is legal if S is less than segment table length register. Okay. So similar to the page table base register and length register, here we are having the segment table base register and length register. Okay. So next. So next, coming to the segmentation example. So here we are going to know see the example of the segmentation. So here the logical address. So in the user's view of the memory, the logical address space is divided into segment 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with square root as a segment, main program as a segment, symbol table as a segment, stack as a segment, and subroutine as a segment. Okay, and the physical memory is divided into different parts here. Okay, with the segment 0, segment 2, 4, 3, and 1, so which are mapped to the physical memory. And here there is a segment table with the limit and base register. As we have seen in the segmentation hardware, we are having the limit and base register. Okay, so first coming to the segment 0. So segment 0 is having the base value as 1400. So base means starting address. So segment 0 is starting at the 1400 here with the limit, that is 1000. So 1400 plus 1000 is 2400. So limit indicates the size of the segment. and base indicates the starting address of the segment. So next one, the segment 1, so that is having the square root. Okay, so here the base address is 6300, so 6300 the segment 1 starts, and the limit address is 400, so 6300 plus 400, that is 6700. Okay, so segment 1 resides here. So here, instead of dividing the physical memory into particular frames, so it is dynamically allocating the segments which are mapped to the physical memory. Okay, and each segment will be having different length. Okay, so based on the segment table, so we are going to map to the physical memory here. Okay, so in the segment table, the base and limit value is given. So based on that, so it is going to be mapped in the physical memory dynamically. Okay, so here we are going to check how the segmentation hardware works here. So suppose I am taking the segment 3 here. So segment 3 is having the 3200 as the base value, and the limit value is 1100. That is the size of the segment 3 is 1100. Okay, so here that means the total length here is 1100, right? So starting from 0 to 1100 we are having the segment 3. Okay, suppose I want to find the uh, offset here. So offset means it is a part of the address, so it specifies the part of the in the memory location. So it is going to point to the particular point in the memory location. So it is like the offset means, suppose there is an apartment, and a person is staying in the fourth floor, first block, first house. Okay, so you can consider the floor as a particular address location, and the uh, first door number as the offset. Okay, so you can consider the apartment as a totally physical memory. Okay, so which is divided into four floors. Okay, and each floor consists of uh, four flats. Okay, so if you consider each and every flat, if you consider each and every flat as an offset. Suppose a person is staying in the fourth floor, uh, in the first flat. Okay, then the offset is here a first flat. Okay, suppose a person is staying in the uh, third floor, second flat. Okay, then the address location is third floor, and the offset is second flat. Okay, so like that we can know about the offset here. So similarly, in the address location in segment 3, so there are address starting the particular address location from the length is 0 to 1100. So in that we have to find the offset value, that is the 50. So I want to find the address location 50. Okay, so 50 particular address location in the segment 3. So based on the hardware, so I'm taking the offset value as 50 here. So 50, so limit value is for the segment 3 is 1100, right? So 50 less than 1100, so it is 50 is less than 1100. Yes, so that's why we are going to add the limit value with the base value. Okay, so since the limit value is less than the 50 is less than 1100, so we are going to add the limit value with the base value 50 plus, so what is the base value here? 3200 for the segment 3. So 3200, that means we are going to get the particular location 3250, and the CP is going to fetch the particular instruction here. Okay, so here in the 3250 we got the, so CP is going to get that instruction. Okay, so this is how we can point to the particular data in the segments. Okay, suppose if the offset is not less than the limit, then the particular address generated here is invalid, and the trap is sent to the operating system here. Okay, So this is about the segmentation in the memory management system, and segmentation is having some drawback here. So the main drawback is the external fragmentation. Okay, so here the main drawback is external fragmentation is possible. So it may be possible that all blocks of free memory are unable to accommodate a segment individually, but can accommodate if combined together. Hence, the process should wait until more memory becomes available or until compaction creates a big hole. So since we are using the dynamic memory allocation here, so there is a chance of the external fragmentation here. Okay, so here each and every segment is dynamically allocated to the physical memory. So here some holes are there. So if the newly generated process is having a segment which cannot be accommodated in the given free holes, then there is a chance of the external fragmentation. Or else if the OS is having the capability to combine the free holes and provide the process the space for execution, then there is no problem. Okay, if it cannot support the compaction means, then it leads to the external fragmentation here. So the effect of fragmentation depends on the average segment size. So at one extreme, a full process can be put in one segment. So this will reduce to a variable sized partition memory management scheme. Okay. So paging does not suffer from the external fragmentation. So hence, to reduce the effect of fragmentation and segmentation, so memory management scheme, the segments are paged here. That is, the segments are divided into number of pages. So that we are going to see in the next video, the segmentation with paging. So thanks for watching my video. Thank you. So here coming to the segmentation hardware. So here the CPU generates a logical address with the segment number and the displacement. Okay. So it generates the segment number and displacement. The segment number is used as an index to the segment table to get the corresponding entry in the segment table. The limit value in the segment table entry is compared with the offset value generated by the CPU here in the logical address. The offset should be always less than the limit address. Okay, limit of the segment. So this is to check if whether there is a in the given logical address is within the limits of the corresponding segment or not. So if the offset is not less than limit, then a trap occurs and it is sent to the operating system, which tells that the given address is invalid. Suppose if the offset value is less than the limit, then it is successful and it will add the limit of the segment with the base register, and then it will search the corresponding address in the physical memory. Okay, so this is the segmentation hardware. Okay, so here the CPU generates a logical address with segment number and displacement. So segment number acts as an index to the segment table here. So here we are going to check the offset value is less than limit address or not. So if it is less than limit address, then it generates, so then it adds the limit address with the base address and searches the address, the particular instruction in the physical memory. So if it is not less than the limit, then it generates a trap to the operating system, denoting that the given address generated is invalid. So let us clearly know about this segmentation hardware and how this works with a simple example here. Okay. So let us suppose, so given here the physical memory with the segment 3 is having the 3200 as the base value and 4300 as the limit address. Okay, so this is the base address and the limit address. So how to find the limit address means 4300 minus 3200. So that gives the limit address, that is 0011. So 1100 is the limit value, and the base address is 3200. Okay. So given, so suppose I want to find the offset value here for the given instruction segment 3. So I want to find the 3250. So I want to find this particular offset address information. Okay, so 3250 I have to find. So here, so segment number is generated and it is taken here. So here the displacement is 3250. Okay, so we are displacement means displacement or offset. So displacement means here, so 3250 is taken, the offset value. So it must be less than the limit address. So what is the limit address here? 4300, right? So 4300. So it must be less than the limit address. So 3250 is less than the 4300, right? So here, so it is generating yes. So we are going to add it with the base register.